Um, Full stop. Good. We're doing great. It's giving Sigourney Weaver, it's giving Alien, Resident Evil Village, but really the fans' reception to Resident Evil Village and to my character, and it changed my life forever. I trust her with my life. That was hugely stressful.
Well, well, Ethan Winters. There you are.
Maggie, congratulations on being the host of the Golden Joysticks 2025. How does it feel?
It feels so good. Thank you very much. No, it feels great. These guys are amazing. I always love working with them. So then to come back and be there to host the Golden Joysticks this year is going to be amazing. I'm super excited.
And I mean, you are a Golden Joystick winner yourself. You played Lady Dimitrescu, you won in 2021. So I think you're probably better placed than most people to give your opinion on some of this year's acting nominees.
Oh gosh. Okay, the pressure's on.
Oh, I thought I was just going to say if there are any standouts. Were you waiting for me to say Neddy?
I was like, it's a question though. It was a statement.
Oh, okay, yeah. What's your opinion?
Look, this is Sophie's choice because now I'm friends with all of these people. So you're asking me to judge my friends. I don't know if I can do that because there are so many amazing games out this year and amazing performances within those games. This is too much. We're just going to have to let the fans decide. And even in there,
They are deciding.
they are deciding, and they will decide, and we will leave it to them.
Well, it's another thing that is going on this year is that Radio Times Gaming is partnering with the Joysticks for Best Adaptation. So all of the different games that have been turned into films and TV shows and stuff. Have you seen any of the nominees this year? Have you got any opinions on those?
Oh my gosh. Hang on. What are the nominees this year? I haven't actually.
Well, the nominees are
What? And then I'll look like I'm like,
Arcane Season 2, The Last of Us Season 2, Minecraft, Secret Level, and Sonic the Hedgehog 3. So a pretty stacked list.
dag. Okay, those are some really good contenders here. All right, I'm just gonna say it. I'm obsessed with Arcane. I'm obsessed with Arcane. I'm obsessed with Arcane. I'm obsessed with Arcane. I think about it all the time. All the performances in that are amazing. The animation style is amazing. The music is amazing. The storytelling is amazing. I love that there are so many different, fully fleshed out narrative lines for each of the different characters. And unlike with other things where you're hopping between different characters' perspectives, I never get bored. I think each and every character in that game/TV show adaptation is so cool and amazing, and I want to learn everything about them. So that's probably my pick because I'm personally obsessed with it. So that final answer, that.
I think that is, whenever I've asked this question to other people, I think that's pretty much the same answer everyone is giving. It's just everyone is going in on Arcane.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. But I mean, you've played so many roles in like quite big franchises, Resident Evil, Baldur's Gate. Would you have any interest in if one of those became a film or an animation or anything like that, in playing your character in one of those?
Hell yeah, of course I would. These are characters that I deeply love now, even though they're problematic. We'll say what we will about them, but for me as the actor, I love them. I love playing them. They've also changed my life in so many different ways. So of course I would absolutely sign up immediately to do an adaptation of some kind for those. I never want to let them die, so here we are.
Is there a particular medium that you'd choose?
Ooh, I don't know. I don't know. I guess for Resident Evil, we've seen so many live action adaptations, which would certainly be very cool. And I think that would translate really well over into live action. we haven't seen any animation. And so that could be a very cool thing too, especially for we've got so many cool shows out now that are animated with very distinctive styles, I think. And it could be really cool to do something like that. Baldur's Gate as well, I definitely think would be so cool in animation. They've already kind of done it with their little animated shorts that are so fun. And I think animation, because you're not grounded in what's real, you can really play and add a lot of comedy, especially for Baldur's Gate, where these characters are all characters. So, yeah. Answer C, all of the above. On camera and live action. Why should we choose when we can just have it all?
It's interesting that you mentioned the things you can do in animation, because we spoke to Alex Jordan recently, who's nominated for Jan Dolsky in The Alters. And he was saying about how much he loves doing live action acting, but why he enjoys acting in gaming so much is that it gives you so much more opportunity to pursue different characters that you never would be able to in real life. Is that something that you think as well?
Definitely. I find it very liberating, both with animation and with doing performance capture for video games and voiceover for video games. You're not being cast on what you look like. So it's very liberating to just be able to embody so many different characters, even characters that are non-human. That's the added layer, is that we have a lot of like an ogre, a squirrel, whatever. You can play a huge wide range of different characters, whereas on camera, you're just a little bit more limited by the scope of what your body actually is. And you can't really go beyond the limits of your physical limitations. So it's very liberating, and it's very gratifying to get an opportunity to play things that are just so vastly different and really get to stretch your legs as an actor.
So a lot of the things that you've worked on are sort of genre spanning, not only genre spanning, but the settings they take place in are so different. Like the setting of Resident Evil and the setting of Baldur's Gate are so entirely worlds apart. Is there a particular genre or setting that you enjoy acting in the most, or is there one that you haven't acted in that you would quite like to take on?
Ooh, this is fun. That I've enjoyed acting in the most. Oh, they both have their different pros and cons, I suppose. I guess firstly, I would want to just live in Castle Dimitrescu in Resident Evil. I really think they should make that into an amusement park and like have the castle, and you can go visit and stay, rent it out as an Airbnb. I would live there. So maybe that answers that question. I would live at Castle Dimitrescu, so I'd want to be there. But you know, Baldur's Gate with fantasy, with kind of this medieval lens, there's a lot of fun to be had too. And I'm a big old fantasy nerd, so I love living in that space as well. Next up, what do I want to be in? What worlds do I want to live in? Ooh, I don't know. Maybe like a cool sci-fi thing would be nice. It's giving Sigourney Weaver, it's giving Alien. Let's be running from a monster that's hiding in the air ducts. I don't know. That might be a new cool, the next cool thing to do.
And like all of these characters as well they all resonate so much with players. And I'm sure like going to cons and stuff like that, you see firsthand the kind of response that these get from players. What does it mean to you as an actor to have that kind of reception?
It means the world. We would not be here. Games, you know, these games, any of the games that are nominated would not be here. I would not be here if it were not for the fans that voice their opinions so decidedly, which is amazing. The Resident Evil Village, but really the fans' reception to Resident Evil Village and to my character, and it changed my life forever in all of the best ways. So to say that I am deeply indebted and grateful to them is a vast understatement. They make what we do what it is, and they make it all worthwhile. And I'll also say that it's very cool, especially with characters that are con goers that take you to Comic-Cons. It's very cool to see the ways in which fans continue to interact with and deepen the levels that we can have to these characters, because they're creating cosplay, they're creating fan fiction, they're creating artwork that are all their interpretations of what these characters are. And so it's very cool to see them take the material and then make it completely their own and continue to expand and deepen and allow these concepts, these characters to grow. So I love that part of it as well.
And I think it's really interesting, like you said, there's so many people who cosplay these characters. What is the experience of going to a convention and basically seeing yourself, and I guess multiple copies of yourself all in the same place?
It's really cool. And it's also cool because everyone kind of puts their own flair to their cosplays. And I love to see that too. This is about the creativity. Like she doesn't feel like she's just mine or just Capcom's. She feels like this living, organic, breathing thing that Capcom and I both birthed, and now it's out there in the universe. And so it's really cool to see the ways in which she becomes real and living through these cosplayers, through this artwork, through it, et cetera, et cetera. It's really, really cool. The coolest one for me was probably I saw someone had the stilts, but they had the stilts to game height. So they were a total, I think the character is 9'6". And so they had stilts that were tall enough that they were 9'6". And you know she's tall, and you know it's intimidating to interact with somebody that is 9 feet and 6 inches tall. But to experience that sensation in real life was so cool. You got it. I was like, oh, wow, that's terrifying. Yeah, absolutely.
And obviously, like I said, these characters, they resonate so much with people, and the actors that play them have that resonance with them as well. So everyone gets so much out of these characters, partly because of the performances. So I want to ask what your opinion is on the kind of threat of AI in acting spaces and the threat of, I guess, AI voice acting in games.
Yeah, this is a tricky one, isn't it? The fact of the matter is that AI is a tool, and it's been around for years, and it's been used in games already for years. So it is an incredibly valuable tool when used in ways that are respectful. And I think it would be a mistake to think we can just get rid of AI. It's here to stay. So now the question is, how can we as creatives work with each other to find ways of using that tool to our advantage while still preserving the humanity of the creative work that we're doing, both as the actors and as the game developers, the artists, the engineers, the animators, all of them. We're all equally at risk here from this tool. So I find this question about AI and the threat of AI, I actually find it very unifying. I think the potential is there to have it be a very unifying discussion, because we all want to keep our jobs. And ultimately, I do think that humanity will always win out. I think that there's something in the air when you're a creative, any type of creative, you are tapped into some sort of receptor that AI can't tap into. So there's intuition that we experience as human beings that an AI can't replicate. And that intuition is what transforms performances from good to amazing. And that's the component that I never think you'll be able to replicate, and why eventually I have faith that humanity will win out.
And again, like, it's interesting.
You get it.
Because
This is first thing, and we that answer out of the bag. So
yeah, smashed it. I couldn't do that, and it's like the afternoon for me.
goodness. Yeah, this is first thing. I've only had one cup of tea, so that I'm amazed at myself, honestly.
Yes, it's excellently done. I think it's certainly up there. We've asked a few people their responses, and I think no one is going to beat Jennifer Hale, who she brought up Marie Antoinette a couple of times. It's very dramatic. We love that. So that's sort of, she's a very IR.
No, but of course Jennifer would give an amazing answer on that. She's so tapped into all of these issues, and both behind the scenes, because she has so many different relationships. So I trust her with my life.
And like you say, you trust her with your life. You've mentioned how you're friends with so many of the people who are nominated, and you have that sort of unification of actors in the games industry. How much does it mean to have that kind of camaraderie with all of the people you're working with?
This is my favorite thing about the video game industry as a whole, both the actors portion of it and the game developers portion. They're one of the most welcoming communities that I've ever been a part of. And it's no mistake that I moved to LA to pursue on camera. I kind of fell into this voiceover and performance capture space. And then the community is what made me say, hold on, I love this. I need to follow the white rabbit this away and continue to do this thing, because the people that you work with are so amazing. There's so much more potential, I feel, to be collaborative in this space and to come in with your ideas, especially in performance capture and motion capture. So I feel very liberated as an actor here, and I feel very supported by the community here. And it's all sunshine and rainbows. It's good. Not as good as the AI answer, I must say. We petered out at the end, but trust and believe. I love the community, and they're amazing creatives, collaborators. I love them.
And as an award winner yourself, you'll be dishing out the awards to some of these people on the night. Do you have any advice to any potential award winners on how to gracefully accept the honor?
That was hugely stressful. I don't know if that's talked about a lot, but being nominated for the award, as maybe for me, and the concept that I would go up there and then make a speech afterwards, that was so anxiety inducing. So I recommend prepping some thoughts and maybe some things beforehand, practicing beforehand, so that it doesn't all go out the window the second you get up there, and trusting that even if you don't happen to take home the award that night, you're still worthy and valuable, and you're talented and amazing, and full stop. Good. We're doing great.
Amazing. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing you on the night, doing your thing, presenting the awards. Thank you so much for talking to us. It's been such a pleasure.
Thank you so much for having me. It was a pleasure to chat to you as well. Thank you, Alex. Thank you so much, everyone. Be sure to tune in to the Golden Joystick Awards this November 20th at 4 p.m. GMT, and you can watch it live on the Games Radar YouTube channel. Thanks.